If you're buying or selling in 2025, you are going to want to hear this. So stay tuned. This is Dean Odell with Seven Gables Real Estate in the Odell Group. Today is December 5th. We're going to talk a little Orange County real estate, and we're going to talk about what's going on in the market and what you need to do to get ready for 2025. Let's move on to the first chart. Starting with the Orange County active listing inventory, we are following the purple line, which you can see is right on top of that orange line, 2022. This is how many homes we currently have on the market, and it's 3,358. 2 weeks ago, it was 3,516. Last year, 2,309. So you can see that we're up almost 1,300 homes from last year. That's really good. We need that. But we're still down. Look at that 3-year average, 2017 to 2019. We were almost 2,000 homes more on the market. But let's see how that compares with demand. So what you can see from this chart is comparatively the demand is above where 2022 was. So that is reflective today of 1,363 homes that have gone into escrow over the last 30 days. You can see 2 weeks ago that was higher at 1,458. So we're getting that seasonal slowdown. Last year, 1,173. We're doing much better than that, almost 190 homes more, right? Then we have that 3-year average prior to 2020 where it was 1,969. But remember, we had 2,000 more homes to only have another, 600 more sales? So we're not there yet in terms of supply and demand ratio, but let's move on to the next chart. I think we got a special chart here for you today. We're calling it the Orange County Holiday Market. We look at what was the inventory drop from mid-November through New Year's of last year. And what we could see is it was down 28% in inventory, where next to that, in the next column, you could see the demand simultaneously was dropping at 30%. So not too much of a discrepancy there, which is why there's only a 1-day expected marketing change, because that supply-demand ratio didn't change that much. You can see in that time, there were 804 homes taken off the market. So you can see it is the time of year where people kind of just give up on selling, enjoy your holidays, and come back in the spring time or after the first of the year and hit it strong. So let's move on to the next chart. Okay, so again, we're following that purple line. Where are we on this Orange County expected marketing time year over year? Well, right now we're at 74 days. 2 weeks ago, it was 72. Last year, 59. And the 3-year average was 85. So we are still in a quicker market than the average. And we are quite a bit slower, almost 2 weeks slower than last year. Moving to the next chart, we always need to look at how does that break down by price range. So what you can see, interestingly enough, everything between 0 and $1.5 million is a hot seller's market, except for the $750 to $1 million range. Now, why do you think that is? I mean, it's right on the line there, right? That could change in next week's report, but let's look at it. It's a slight seller's market. My theory on that would be that from 0 to $1 million, as crazy as it sounds, most people are probably buying their first home. Where when you go up to the $1.5 million range, they're rolling equity, right? So they're feeling the interest rates more in the lower price range because they're not rolling equity. That would be my theory on it. So looking at where the balanced market is, you can see it's right there between $1.5 million and $4 million. I mean, there's no slight buyer's market anymore. All of a sudden, up to $4 million, there's a balanced market. That's kind of crazy for this time of year. And then we look at the next bracket, which is the deep buyer's market. You can see that's kind of typical, 4 million and above, but even so, $4 to $6 million, 182 days, and 6 million plus is taking almost a year. So let's move forward. And now I'm going to give you my advice for buying or selling in 2025. Okay, buyers, so what are you looking for in 2025? Well, what you need to think about is buying for the long term. I always say this, especially in a market like this, okay? We're not going to see prices crash because there's no catalyst to make inventory just suddenly swell up relative to demand. I mean, you've seen that our demand relative to supply is really good right now. So how do you compete? Well, the best thing you can do, get pre-approved with the lender. You shouldn't even have to go through that process when you find a house. You should start that now. So we can help that with you. We'll give you the best lenders to talk to. So you can reach out to us on that if you want. And then you need to be ready to pounce when something comes on, and you need to write an offer in a way that's going to be as clean as possible for the seller, give you the highest probability of getting that house. Now, the advantage of working with us on that is a lot of agents out there know us. They know how we do business. They know we've been in the business for years and years, almost going on, 35, 40 years, more than that. But either way, I don't want to show my age here. So either way, what we want to do is we want to get to those sellers in a way that's going to make your offer as attractive as possible. And relationships matter. We know a lot of the agents, they know we get our deals done. We'll get that deal through for you. Okay. So remember, buying for the long term. So give us a call. We'll get you started on that. So sellers, for you guys, believe it or not, we already have people that are calling us for next year, because what we do is we prep these homes for sale, right? So we want to get on a timetable. We want to get on the same page, and now's a great time to plan for that. We have people that are planning launches in February and March that have already listed their properties with us. And what we do is we assign a project manager who will do everything to get that house ready. They will help you pick out the materials. They will meet with the contractors and vendors. It's all people that we're used to working with, and it flows seamlessly, okay? Now, why would you want to do that? Okay, if your investment advisor came to you and said, hey, you know what? I got an investment for you that I could probably double or triple your money in, 3 to 6 months. Do you think that would be prudent? I mean, do you think you'd hop all over that? Of course you would. So, and when you can do 25 to 50% return on your money in 3 months, I mean, that's a worst case scenario for us, okay? That's like 100% annualized, 200% annualized return. I mean, this is just crazy not to do it, right? And by the way, not only are we going to give you that project coordinator, we're also going to take care of that staging for you, that component as well. So you can reach out and talk to us about that. And then the final component is our marketing, okay? So those are really kind of the 3 components to getting your house ready on the market. And I think when you see our marketing component, you're going to realize we're doing a lot more than our competition. And you're going to see how we put your house out there and have the most eyeballs on it. And that's what you need, because we've got to create demand for your house. The more demand we can create, the better we can make it look, the more people that are going to want to buy it, right? So, and of course, we got to talk about pricing. So anyway, it's never too early to get started. I mean, believe me, I have people that call me a year in advance sometimes, so don't be afraid to call us. Don't be worried that you're going to bother us or something this time of year. We're working. This is the time of year we are working because we're getting ready for next year. I'll tell you who really loves our service too is Trust and Estate Sales, because we will actually go ahead and take care of the estate liquidation as well for you, have everything hauled out, donated, all that stuff that's left over. We've got an entire system in place for you guys. You're going to love it. So go ahead and reach out to us. You can go to our website, theodellgroup.com, and you can go ahead and click to make an appointment with us on the phone, or you could just call us direct. Our number's on there. But either way, we want to hear from you. I mean, one call does it all, right? So give us a call, or make sure you subscribe to this so you're getting this every 2 weeks. Don't lose track of us. And we will see you actually next week, because we took last week off. So we got new data coming in next week. We'll see you then. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.